Ziggity Zig talking his way out of silver. Here is game number 23 once again. This is the recorded version of it. And oh my god, I'm only 9 seconds in. 12, 13, 14, 15, and finally 15 seconds in is when I start doing things. This is up against Chariztock, who was my opponent in this one. This game, I'm going to leave it both open. I'm going to leave open the timer as well because we all saw this yesterday, so it's no big deal. So let's see what I may or may not have done. In fact, no, that gets in the way, so I'm going to get rid of it. There's that pylon. I go and I have a look. Meanwhile, Chariztock has the pylon as well. Fair enough. It's sort of later on that I became interested in what's going on with just kind of noticing and finding an army when and where I did. So let's have a look and see what Chariztock was doing. So Chariztock goes and immediately finds me, and alright, notices a Cyber Core and a single gateway, and then there it is, pops down the pylon because it's pretty much a 4-gate. Takes a tower. I believe I'm on the other tower. I am. That's hilarious. Third tower. Warp gate just starting now. I'm half done mine. He gets another pylon on the way. Seems odd. There goes that. Fourth gateway. More gates. These two units would normally go down to make up the brunt of the 4-gate pressure right about now, but seems he didn't really want to do that. There's a couple more units, which was a little bit weird. In fact, I think this is approximate. Oh no, this might have not have been when I came in, but so there's an expo, kind of blind expo, but at the moment, army supply. Chariztock is ahead of me in a little bit of army supply, and then here comes my observer. I come in and I see that. But I also have my army supply is actually ahead. So here's my little group thing, and I haven't turned that into a warp gate yet. I don't understand why. I'm getting there. EPM is actually pretty much on average. APM is almost identical. Here's an additional observer. Here's something that I just grabbed from day 9, which I really like, is I like hotkeying 3, which I don't normally use. I sometimes put that on a forward pylon, but I now hotkey that to my observer, which I can just sort of move around. Quickly swap back over to, meanwhile, army supply. I'm getting quite a bit ahead now. I have done the split for my 2 units. Where is this one headed to? Still oversaturating the main, so yeah, just a few interesting iffy back and forth mistakes going on there. And yep, okay, so takes out my observer, does find it. Because with that, oh, and Blink is on the way, and +1. I don't believe I got a forge, even. Unless I eventually did. No, robotics bag. There's my forge. Alright, so at this point, still just sort of massing units. Definitely ahead in supply. Was I worried about stuff at this point? I don't know. I came up here to have a look. And what did I spy? I spied some units there, but I'm definitely ahead. So I think at that point, I start deciding to try to move out. Chariztock is getting charged. I'm getting Colossus. I'm getting ground weapons 1. So I've got +1. Or no, Chariztock now has +1. I do not. Meantime, I move out anyway, mostly because I have a bit of confidence in my army. So, another little warp in there, because I think I have now just 5. Yeah. Oh no, 5 gates. 5 gates now, +1 on the way. First Colossus coming out. Not sure where that's rallied to. Ah, there we go. It's rallied to that immortal, so that's fine. Still trying to work on unit composite, or just sort of army order and whatnot. So I try to get my zealots up near the front. For some reason, here's the bit that I didn't quite get what I was doing. Is I force fielded here. which, yeah, stopped his range from getting at me, and then it sort of let the zealots run up and tank, because they were in that area, which was good. Left a little hole. I don't know. Is that the kind of thing you're supposed to do? Hasn't moved up there yet, so I should be putting this... Where's that observer? This observer here should be up here on the hill. I think just watching to see what kind of reinforcements Chariztock is bringing in here on the high ground. If I do get the observer up there just in time to see this, a fair amount. It's lost. Chariztock has quite a few more units lost with less resources. More resources being lost. That's my hero Colossus to 14. 3, 1, 17 on the Colossus. So the other thing that I did really quick there is that I moved the Colossus over on its own just to be right within the workers, which I thought was a pretty decent move on my own. So this is this Immortal Robo, kind of early Robo Bay push that I've been working on. I even got a second. Oh, I didn't remember getting a second one. Of course, I'm not quite getting all my gas that I should be getting, and we're 16 minutes in, and I should probably be taking a third, especially given my money, which is just ridiculous. So I should finish up a third and grab the gases for it, which is what would and should have been next, but I believe I was just trying to tuck in and polish them off. So, yeah, I just wanted to have a quick look at that. Don't really have any other games at the moment. Should probably do a bit more laddering and move on from there. What other things did I have in production? Nothing? Was I... Nope. Hadn't even started Extended Thermal Lance. Should definitely get that. I mean, look at my money. That's ridiculous. So, just trying to hotkey things over here on my zero. This is sort of where I go to for that type of thing. So, Twilight Council as well would have been nice. I don't often get to that right away. It's the tech buildings that I find... I used to be really good at the tech building, but then I slow down on unit production. So this is a bit better with unit production, but now my gas is, or my resources are too high. That's pretty well saturated, and that's pretty nice. Ooh, that's better than nice. Yeah, definitely time to expand, because that's ridiculous. So leave me a comment down below, send me an email, ziggyzig@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter @ZiggyStarcraft. Interesting side note, when I was setting up a Twitter account for our Lime Not Lemon page, youtube.com/LimeNotLemon, where that guy Griff and I just sort of mess around every now and then. I did a search, and I was just trying to find myself Ziggy Starcraft on there. There is another Ziggy Starcraft. Is an Australian guy, goes by Ziggy Starcraft. He's got his YouTube channel and whatnot, doing a lot of bronze, gold, and silver casts and helpful hints and things. I have subscribed to it. Not the Twitter yet. But I did feel a little... I don't know, oddly enough, I felt just a tiny bit demoralized by that. But yeah, I mean, I know there's lots of other casters out there and lots of other people doing the same thing, but someone with the exact same name doing the exact same thing as me, that just felt silly. Although Ziggy Stardust, Ziggy Starcraft, I really should have expected that kind of thing. Go and check it out if you're curious. Other than that, putting the shout out once more, all this week is going to be games asking for, or is going to be me asking for submissions of low APM games if you've got any. If you went up against someone who is like absolute slow APM, single-digit APM if you've got it, send that around to ziggyzig@gmail.com, or you can send it straight over to contact@limenotlemon.com, which is our Lime Not Lemon address. I think that's about it for now. This one didn't feel all that energized. Maybe I'll have to wait until I've had some more coffee next time. Or I'll just do some more live games. We'll see. Friday Faps tomorrow. Stay tuned.